Okay, ladies and gentle peoples, I bring you another tutorial really. What are we going to do today? I'm going to show you the impossible, or at least what I thought was impossible. First thing we're going to do, this is just an example. Actually, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to explain what I'm going to do. Years ago, when I first started when I first started modding Postal, I was asked, why can't I attach two hands to a model? And because basically what we'd do is we'd have we'd have a gun or a model there, whatever it is, and we'd have as dummy bone, the model would be linked to that dummy bone, and the dummy bone would be linked to that hand. However, we could not link that dummy bone to two hands at once. So it were kinda hard. However, I was also asked, how can we make the hands follow the model? And I thought about that, and you can do that with IK, which is inverse it's hard to bleeding say what is it? It's inverse kinematics. It's just IK. Now basically what that does is, if I had, I had a box there, blah blah blah, that hand would be linked to that box, and I had a box there, for example, and that hand would be linked to that box, and basically I'd move that box backwards, forwards, blah blah blah, and the hand would follow it, and so would the arm. Now that's exactly what I'm going to do. The problem is we couldn't get that in a Postal before. I could never figure out why. It just wouldn't have it. However, thanks to a little encouragement from Mr. D, Mr. Downer Up, I spent last night thinking about it, and I finally figured it out. First thing I want to do is unhide the rest of the biped, like so. Why? Because I don't know, I just prefer working like that. Plus it shows all the rest of the bones, and we are going to link to the root bone, and I'll show you why in a bit. Let's create a cylinder, about so long. Stretch that out a little bit, and let's position it to be about there, at least for this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to link both hands to this, and then I'm going to animate. Actually no, I'm not. Then I'm going to create a dummy bone right in the centre and link that to the root bone. Now the hands that I'm using are from Silent Scope's tutorial, which you can get from the thread for the Magnum. We want to move that pivot, so hierarchy, effect pivot only, center objects, and we want a texture on that, which I've already done, so I'll just minimize that, and this, and there it is, right next to Sims. Hehe. Bloody Sims. Right, plonk it on there. Now you can just download one or create whatever you want. It doesn't really matter which texture you want. It depends on what you're doing. Now the reason behind this, what we could do is we could have a gun in one hand, a clip in other, gun attached to one dummy, clip attached to another dummy, like you normally would. But instead of animating the hand on and the clip to follow the hand, it's the opposite way around. What we'd do is we'd animate the dummy and the hand would follow the clip, which would mean you just have to move the clip from, this hand here, move it, slightly back, position it there, and move the gun this hand and slide it in. Of course, you would have some difficulty there, because if you've linked it all together, then you'd have to make a separate animation. Or you could just move the hand, but that'd screw up the first animation. So what you'd have to do is you'd have to do use Actor X to record half of that animation, maybe. Like load, and then second animation would be holstered out, so it'd be sort of like part 1A, then part 1B or something. Otherwise, if you move the hand, then it'd screw up the first part of the animation. I think you understand what I mean if you're in an animation. If not, then that's just come completely over your head. Basically, what I mean is, let's say that's this clip, and I don't know, this spear here is your goal. Now, we've got a dummy bone attached to that, we've got a dummy bone attached to that, right. What we'd do is, we'd move this, the hand and arm would follow. So, if I move that back, the hand and arm would follow. And then we'd move this, and then the hand and arm would follow. And we'd put that into there. And that's where we've stopped. Now, we want to move the hand, so that that is still attached into that. Now, if we did that, because we moved that and it's moved the arm, if we did that, it'd screw that up. So your clip would be there, your hand would be over here somewhere. So what you'd have to do is, like I say, record that, or use Actor X to copy that to part 1A, and then in another animation pull the hand out and sort of like, I don't know, move your hand about and do your fighting animation or whatever the hell it is. So it'd be in 2 parts, that. So there is some benefit to this, there's a lot of benefit to this, but in the same sense there isn't as well. There's parts that you'd have to mess about with. Anyway, that said, let's position these bloody fingers. That's a little bit thick actually, let's skinny that out. Doop. And spread it out a little bit. It's not bad. I'm not going to spend ages doing this, so let's just position fingers first. We'll start with that one, press H. 12, 22, 32, and 42. Okay. And we'll just slightly bend them over. About there. Then I'm going to select that one. Do the same again. H1, 2, 3, and of course 4. I'm not going to bother with bloody foam. And we'll just slightly bend it. Looks like it's holding it, sort of. Well, sort of. And then we'll do the same over hand. Rather than selecting all hand and go into motion tab over here, copying posture and then pasting it opposite, I'm just going to do it manually because it don't always work right, that. Yeah. H again. Where the hell are we? There we are. 1, 2, 3, and 4. To select these, I'm holding down Control, so just in case you didn't know. Bend them, and we want to bend these fingers and all. H, move it down, Control, click 22, 32, and of course 42. Bingo! Right, there we go. So, they're crappily positioned, but they're still positioned-ish. Right, let's create a dummy bone. So like I say, you can go to create up here, helpers, dummy there, or dummy there. Don't really matter which way. And we'll stick it more or less smack bang in centre. There. Which it isn't, it's just gone over there, doesn't it? Yeah, I bloody knew it would. There. Actually, that's a little too big, let's shrink that down a little bit. And position it up. Make sure it's more or less centred to that. Okay, then we will link this over to our newly created bone. And I'm going to name this bone and all, so it's easy to find. let's name it, I don't know, Mull's Boner. Name it whatever the bloody hell you want, it doesn't really matter. Now before I start animating, I want to link this to the root button. So select link, press H and scope head. There we go. Because if you don't link that to the biped, then it just won't bloody work, it won't show up. Right, now that we've done that, we want to anchor these. So, what the hell am I doing? Here we are. You want key info and keyframing tools. So click that, click that. First thing we're going to do, set a key. And we'll set a key for that one. And I don't know, we'll move it to about frame 30. Then we're going to click anchors on both. So these two here. Anchor left arm, anchor right. Then IK by object, select, click that, click yes, and reweight it. And then we'll select that one by object, and that one again, yes, and reweight that. Okay, so because we've linked that mesh to there, and we've just linked both hands to that mesh, if we move that, come on, work with me, the arms move. And because they're weighted, so does the rest of the arm. So if we pull it forward, it stretches, back, stretch, back, stretch. You see, the arms move naturally with it. And this is the benefit to this. Now, if you animate that, it will go into postal. That's how I solved it. It is that bleeding easy, and it's 20 fucking years. So, calm, stressful breath. Right. First thing we're going to do is, I don't know, we're going to animate it. We'll just put in a test animation. We'll just swivel it, do whatever the bloody hell we want. The hands will follow it, and whatever. Kung Fu fighting. So, 0 to whatever, it's going to follow it, it's going to twist it round, and I don't know, number 50, I'm just going to copy that, so it links. Oi, I said copy, you bugger. Don't mess me around. Copy. It's not going to copy. Thank you. There. Right. So it's going to sort of loop. It's going to go round, round, and back, and dump. I don't know. You could use that for anything you want. I mean, it could be handlebars of a motorbike. Turn left, turn right. I don't know. Do for an arcade or something. Right. So we've got his hands and his arms. So we're going to go to there, which I've already done. And I've already named it. Let's name it something else. What shall we name it? Some arms. Handlebar arms. Handlebar arms. Right. Put a texture in all textured. All skinned and all baked should stay as it is. Save mesh ref pose. Yes, blah blah blah. Okay. Animation. Have I already been doing this? Yeah, delete that. New, delete. Right, we will call it Handlebar Anims. And I don't know, we'll call it the twist. Call it whatever bloody hell you want. Animation range is 0 to 50. Digest. Okay, animation manager. Throw that over there and save. Okay. So we need to import the arms. So mesh import. We'll call it handlebar. ABCDEF handlebar. Package name. I don't know. Tutorial arms. Go. Oh no, you didn't. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no, you didn't. Oh yes, it did. It crashed on me. Bear with me one moment. It's been temperamental today as this bugger. Wonder what I've done wrong. Yes, you crashed on me, I know. Let's try that again. I don't want bloody fraud. MP weapons. File. Mesh import. Handlebar anims. I don't know, yeah, I'll do fine. Oh, come on! I'm going to pause while I see at this one moment. Okay, sorry about that, it was just being a faddy git, as usual. Right, first thing we want to do is we want to change the mesh rotation, so copy that, and tutorial arms, plump. I never set any grouping for that, so that's going to have about 4 in it. Yeah, 3. All close. So let's import the texture now. Hell am I? Bar. Yeah, I don't know. Tutorial text. Tutorial text. Come on, I've spent long enough on this. Right, animations. 3, 2, 1. And MP where the hell are we? Get up. MP FP arms. That one. And do the arms. Okay, we want the animation. Mesh animation. Which is handlebar anims. What the? Oh, you brainless. Ignore me. Animation. Animation import. Handlebar anims. I thought there was something wrong. I thought, no. Right, so. Yeah, I'm not going to bother texturing it. No bloody matter. If we press play. There you go. All working. All time. So it's exactly as it shows in there. And if I loop that. And that's basically it. So what can be done with that? Well, practically bloody anything, like I said. There is some downfalls to it, but there is some good stuff as well. For instance, that bat animation, or I don't know. So much that could be done with this. Possibilities are endless. I mean, you could have a knife in one hand or whatever, and you could just move the knife and the arm will follow. So you could do so many bleeding kick-ass animations. And you don't need to piss about moving arms, fingers. All you need to do is wrap your fingers round it and do so many bloody animations. And that's the cool thing about this. It's a time saver, if anything. So, you know, have fun and do the hokey cokey, do the hokey cokey. Da 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 da. Have fun.